So in this video, I'm going to show you how to cure your DTF transfers, and it might not be what you think. So if you don't have a DTF oven, you can cure it with your heat press. Now, a lot of videos I've seen, they say to hover your heat press over your DTF transfer for about 2 minutes. Now, I tried that. For one, it takes really long. You got to be here standing with your heat press for 2 minutes. All right, and that's not going to work, especially if you have a big run. Another thing is, when I tried it, it didn't work. I was here for 2 minutes, then 3 minutes, then 4 minutes, and it didn't cure correctly. So one thing I found out from trial and error is you can actually press it. Now, this is going to be a little bit tricky depending on your heat press. So right now I have my heat press set at 355. So from 355, what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of brand new parchment paper. It can't be a piece that you previously used on something else. It has to be a brand new sheet of parchment paper, and it can't be, well, I guess you might be able to do it with your Teflon, but Teflon is really expensive and you're gonna waste it pretty quick. So parchment paper is gonna do the job. Now we're gonna go right over this. Okay, and when we close down on it, we're not gonna clamp it down. We're just gonna hold it, giving it a little bit of pressure, and we're only gonna hold it for maybe about 5 seconds, more or less. It's gonna depend on your heat press and the pressure you're giving it. So like I said, it's kind of tricky, but once you get the hang of it, not too bad. All right. Let's go to the light over here. As you can see here, this one's fully cured. You can see it's kind of like gelled over, and that's really what you want to see. That's the glue. So this is cured. All it took was, what, a good 5 seconds, and I got this cured with my heat press. Again, I'm gonna go through the step one more time so you can check it out, and then go a little bit farther back so you can see it. Okay, another note, parchment paper. Once that's done, it's done. Believe me, because I try to use the same parchment paper and there's little pieces of the DTF glue on it, and what it's gonna do, it's gonna stick to your new transfer and it's gonna pull up the ink and it's gonna ruin your transfer. So once you're done using this once, you're done. It's over. And this is gonna save you a ton of time versus being here for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes just standing here with one transfer. All right, so we take our DTF film here, brand new sheet of parchment, put that right over, put my mask on, 355. Now, a very important step that I forgot to mention is when you print your transfer, don't bring it right to the press right away. You're gonna wanna let it sit for a good 20 minutes at least. Now, it's gonna vary depending on your printer, your inks, all that, right? But you're gonna wanna let it sit for at least 20 minutes because the ink is still wet. So if you put your parchment on top, lay it down with your heat press, all the ink that's under the white is gonna bleed up, and you're gonna get all these little, it's not gonna press correctly, right? It's gonna bleed through and you're not gonna get a good print and you're gonna mess up that transfer. So you're gonna wanna let it sit for a little bit. Easy. No ink, no print left on the transfer paper. Clean peel. Perfect. Look at that. Perfect. So I got about 10 transfers cured in about 2 minutes maybe, if that. There it is.